Hello everyone, this is video number 19, okay, and today we are going to do course book and the lesson is Mist. This is a poem. So today we are going to do this poem. The title of the poem is Mist. This poem is written by P.G. Wodehouse, okay. This poem is written by P.G. Wodehouse, and P.G. Wodehouse was an English comic novelist. He has also written many short story, okay, and he has written many popular novels, stories, poems. And his famous story is, he has written one famous story, and the name of the story is The Jeeves and Wooster. So P.G. Wodehouse was an English comic novelist, short story writer, and he has written many popular novels, stories and poems. The Jeeves and Wooster stories are the most famous amongst them. So today we are going to do this poem. Before doing the poem, I will show you the picture. See the picture. Hope the picture is clear to you. This is the picture. And if you look at the picture, can you guess that which sport is this? Okay, see, this boy, he has missed the catch. Other players are there. Wicket, batsman, umpire, so field, audience, the pavilion, the audience are sitting in the pavilion. It is a bright sunny day, beautiful day. So can you guess that we are going to talk about which sports in this poem? Looking at the picture, it is very clear that we are going to talk about sports, sports person, player. So it is very clear looking at this picture. Okay, and I think that you have guessed the sports also. This is cricket. So we will talk about cricket in this poem. We will talk about sports, player, sports person in this poem. First I will tell you the summary. The poem Mist, as I told you, is written by P.G. Wodehouse. And now I will start reading the poem stanza wise, and then I will explain you. Okay. But before doing that, how sportsmen feel when they are on ground playing matches? How they feel when they are when they are playing matches? You must have watched many sports on TV or live also. They are very active. Sportsmen are very active that time. They need to be physically fit and very quick when they are on the ground. Now, what are the skills that a sportsman require, or what are the skills that a player requires? They require physical skills. In physical skill, you can say they require fitness, they require stamina. Then they require mental skills. In mental skills, they need concentration, decision making, problem solving. All these qualities are required for a sports person. Behavior skills, if I talk about behavior skills, what they need cooperation, discipline, patience, teamwork, time management. So these are the skills that a sportsman need, or the sports person should have: physical skills, behavioral skills and mental skills. Now let's move to the poem, and I'm going to recite the poem stanza wise, and then I will explain. Okay, and all the tough words are given at the end of the lesson. You can refer to all the tough words, and meanings are also given. Besides that, if you find other words also which you don't know the meaning of those words, we will go on underlining those words, and later on we will, while I will be explaining the poem, I will be telling you the meaning also, and later on you can note down all those words and you can write their meanings. So let's start. First stanza. The sun in the heavens was beaming. The breeze bore an odor of hay. My flannels were spotless and gleaming. My heart was unclouded and gay. The ladies, all gaily apparelled, sat round looking on at the match. In the treetops, the dicky birds carolled. All was peace till I bungled that catch. So, in the first stanza, what has been mentioned that it was a sunny day. See the first line, the sun in the heavens was beaming. Beaming means the sun was bright and the sun was shining. So the meaning of beaming is radiant, shining brightly. So it was a bright sunny day. The breeze bore an odor of hay. You know the meaning of hay? Hay means dry grass and breeze means air. So it was a sunny day and the breeze filled the gallery with the smell of hay. Okay. The poet was a cricketer and he was wearing, what is the meaning of this flannels? The meaning of flannels is trouser made of light cloth. So this poet was a cricketer and he wore spotless trouser. What is the meaning of gleaming? Gleaming also means shining. So his trouser was also shining. Now in the pavilion or in the gallery, you can see, I have shown you the picture also. I have shown you this picture now that the audience were sitting in the pavilion and in the gallery. So this is also mentioned in the first stanza that the ladies were gaily apparelled. What is the meaning of gaily apparelled? Well dressed. The ladies were well dressed and they were sitting in the gallery watching the match and the birds were singing. See this line? In the treetops the dicky birds carolled. All was peace till I bungled that catch. So in the treetops the birds were sitting, the birds were singing and everything was perfect. It was a bright sunny day. Everyone, the audience, they were enjoying the match. Okay, but what went wrong? Something went wrong. And what was that? The player missed an easy catch. Bungled that catch. Bungled means missed. So everything was perfect, but suddenly something went wrong and the player missed an easy catch. Once again, let me repeat. It was a bright sunny day. The breeze filled the gallery with the smell of hay. The poet was a cricketer and he wore spotless trousers. Ladies were sitting in the gallery. They were well dressed, watching the match, enjoying the match, and the birds were singing. It was a perfect day, and it would have been a perfect day, but something went wrong. The player missed an easy catch. So this was in your first stanza. Now I will move to second stanza. Okay. Second stanza. My attention, the magic of summer, had lured from the game, which was wrong. The bee, that inveterate humor, was droning its favorite song. It was tenderly dreaming of Clara. On her not a girl is a patch. When a horror there soared through the air a decidedly possible catch. Okay, so in the second stanza, what happened? That the poet was distracted in the second stanza. Okay, the poet was distracted The poet was confused. Because why the poet was confused? I told you in the first stanza he missed a catch. Now the poet was confused and he was not understanding that whom to blame for this carelessness. He was unable to make out that whom I should blame, and the poet was confused whom to blame. The poet thought that the magic of summer distracted his attention from the game, and the poet knew that this was his mistake and he cannot be forgiven for this, and he thought that my attention, the magic of summer. So he is saying that he was distracted by the magic of summer. The poet was not understanding how he could miss such an easy catch. He thought that it was a bee's humming. See this line. The bee, that inveterate hummer. So the was droning its favorite song. So that time during the game, what happened? A bee was humming, and the poet thought that it was because of that humming sound, bee's humming sound, he was distracted. And during the game only, the poet was reminded of a girl. Her name was Clara. So the poet was confused that whom I should blame, whether it was the magic of summer, or whether it was bees humming, or whether it was the thought of a girl, Clara, that distracted me. He was not able to make out because the catch was very easy, the catch was very obvious, and the poet had missed the easy catch. Now I will move to third stanza. I heard in a stupor the bawler emit a self-satisfied ah. The small boys who sat on the roller set up an expected hurrah. The batsman, with grief from the wicket, himself had begun to detach, and I uttered a groan and turned sick. It was over. I had buttered the catch. Okay, now in this stanza, what happened? Everyone, the audience, they were thinking that it is an easy catch and this fielder cannot miss this catch. The bowler expressed a happy ah because he thought that it was a catch. The batsman was very sad and disappointed, and so he got ready to leave the pitch. See this line? I heard in a stupor. What is the meaning of stupor? Stupor means a state of unconsciousness often caused by shock or stress. So the bowler was also shocked, and the batsman, he also thought that now he has to leave the pitch because it was an easy catch. So the batsman was disappointed. The bowler was very happy. But what happened? The bowler, the batsman, everyone thought that it was a catch, but the poet missed the catch. Okay, meaning of buttered. What is the meaning of buttered? Again, buttered means missed the catch. It was a very obvious catch. Everyone thought that this was a catch. The bowler was happy. The batsman was disappointed because he has to leave the pitch. But all in vain. Why? Because the poet had missed the catch. Now I will continue this poem in my next video. Thank you.